everyone, you're welcome to another tutorial on this channel. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I'll be showing us an easy way to draft a princess dart bustier with a stylish Queen Anne neckline. If you love tutorials like this, why not keep watching and let's get into the video. For this tutorial, these are the measurements I'll be working with. My pattern paper is on fold, and the first thing I'll do is to draw a straight line which will serve as the starting or the shoulder line. And from there, I'll take the basic measurements, the first being the bust line, which is 9.5 inches, the underbust line 13 inches, and the waistline, which is 16 inches. Then I'll connect the points into straight lines. Then I will label the lines. This is the shoulder line, the bust line, underbust, and the waistline. Next, I'll measure the neckline. The width is 2.5 inches, and for the depth, I'll measure it later. I will also measure my shoulder divided by 2 plus ½ inch sewing allowance, which is 7.5 inches. And from that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, then connect the points to the neck width. From that shoulder slope, I'll measure my armhole depth. To get your armhole depth, you divide your round bust by 6, then you add 1.5 inches to whatever measurement you get. Now this line here is the chest line. The next thing to do is to create the armhole curve. To get your armhole curve, you first need to divide your bust circumference into 4, then you mark it on the chest line, and on that armhole line you get the midpoint. From that midpoint you go in by ½ inch. Then you connect the point to get your armhole curve. Now on the bust line, I'll measure half of my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 inches. And on the underbust line, I'll remove ½ inch from that measurement, then mark 3 inches. And I'll mark 3 inches on the waistline as well. Then connect the points together. The next thing to do is to extend the line on the bust line to the midpoint on the armhole line. You can also measure around your armhole, whatever you get there, divide it into 2 and mark it, then you connect the point. For me, I'm just going to connect it to the midpoint on that armhole line this way. After connecting the point, you come to the underbust line to measure the dart. For my dart, I'll be using 1.5 inches. Note that this 1.5 inches isn't a standard measurement. You can use 2 inches if you are working with a big bust. I measured the same thing at the waistline, then connected the 2 points. Now from the bust line, come down by 1 inch. This gives your bust enough room to sit. Then connect that point to the dart leg on the underbust line with a curve. The next thing to do is to measure the armhole dart. From this line, I'll come down by 1 inch, that is the dart measurement, and I will connect the point to the bust line with a curve this way. Now that we measured our armhole dart, we are not going to leave it this way, because if you do, when you transfer your pattern to your fabric and you join them, one part will be longer than the other. You can go ahead to measure each line to confirm what I said. Now to avoid that shortage, we are going to extend that shorter line by 3/4 inch, which is 0.75. You can also make use of 1 inch, but 3/4 inch works well for me. And on the chest line, you are going to replace the dart measurement there. So go ahead and measure it. Whatever you have there, mark it and connect that point to the armhole extension. So this way you have a new armhole curve, and this is no longer useful. Next thing to do is to take the round measurement. I already measured my bust circumference divided by 4. So from that point, I will add extra 1.5 inches sewing allowance. And on the underbust line, I will measure my underbust circumference divided by 4, replace the 1.5 inches dart measurement plus the 1.5 inches sewing allowance. On the waistline, I'll measure my waist circumference divided by 4, replace the 1.5 inches that measurement plus the extra 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Then I will connect the points. Now let's measure the bust dart. From the bust line, I'll come down by 1 inch, then connect the point back to the bust line. Our front half length and the back half length are not usually the same, and the difference is the reason for the side dart. For me, the difference is 1 inch. So whatever difference you have between your front half length and your back half length will be your bust dart measurement. So all these dart parts are no longer useful. The next thing to do is to work on the neckline. From the starting line, I'll come down by 5 inches, that is the neck depth, and from that point I will go in by 2.5 inches. You can use 2 or 1.5 inches, depends on how wide you want that part. Remember, we are working on a Queen Anne neckline. Then I will connect the points. At the center fold, I will also come down by 5 inches and connect the point into a straight line. For the base of this neckline, you will notice how one part is higher than the other. So let's work on that. First, you measure what you have on the line. I have about 4.2 inches here. Then you divide it into 3. The first is 2 inches, and from that point you mark another 2 inches. The last part will be the smallest. Now from that line, go down by half of an inch, and from that point go up by 3/4 of an inch, or you can just make use of 1 inch, depends on how high you want that part. Then you connect the points together this way. And this is all for the drafting of this front piece. When transferring this pattern to your fabric, you add sewing allowance at the shoulder and you also add at the hem. I will go ahead now to cut this out. Please watch carefully as I cut so you know which parts to cut out. For the bust dart, we have to close it before transferring to the fabric. So cut through the line and place it on each other this way, then you tape it down. After closing the bust dart, notice the side line and align it if not equal. So guys, this is the side front and this is the center front. I will open up the center front to show us what the neckline looks like. At the top of the neckline, the selvage of a chantilly lace covered these two parts, and for the base here it was beaded. The chantilly lace was also used to cover this part down to the waist. For the armhole part we extended earlier, you can see that it is actually equal. Now let's draft the back pattern. For the back pattern, I already drew the starting line and I added 1 inch zipper allowance. And from that starting line, I will measure out the vertical lines just like I did at the front. The bust line 9.5 inches. No need to measure the underbust, we don't have bust at the back. Then the waistline will be 1 inch shorter than the front waistline. Remember, I told us our front half length and the back half length is not usually the same thing, but the side darts will make it equal. The next measurement to be taken is the neckline. For this back pattern, all measurements will be taken from the zipper allowance line. So the neck width is 2.5 inches just like the front, and the neck depth is 1.5 inches. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement plus half-inch sewing allowance and come down from the point by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. From the shoulder slope, I'll measure my armhole depth just like I measured at the front. For the armhole curve, I'll measure my round bust, my bust circumference divided by 4, and on the armhole line, I'll get the midpoint. Here, we don't have to go in by half of an inch from the midpoint just like we did the front. We just need to connect these 2 points together. On the bust line, I'll measure half of the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 inches. I'll measure the same thing on the waistline, then connect the points. Next, I will measure the dart. The width is 1 inch, which is half inch on each side of the straight line. Then I will connect the points to create my dart. Now let's take the round measurements. I already measured my bust circumference. I will just add 1.5 inches sewing allowance, and on the waistline, I'll measure my waist circumference divided by 4, replace the 1 inch dart measurement, then add 1.5 inches sewing allowance. At the waist side of the zipper allowance, I will go in by half of an inch. This is one of the ways to remove the zipper bulge. Then I will connect the point towards the bust line. That half of an inch will also be marked inside. So when you are fixing your zipper, it's going to be slant, not straight. And this part will be cut off. So that half of an inch that will be cut off will be replaced at the side here. And this is all for the drafting of the back pattern. When transferring your pattern to your fabric, you add sewing allowance at the hem and also at the shoulder. I will cut it out now. Now for this waist dart, you can decide to stitch it on your fabric or just eliminate it on your pattern before transferring to your fabric. So I'll label this back. Now let's check if the side front and the side back are the same length. You can see they are the same length. Once you close your bust dart, you are going to have an equal length, so you don't have to worry about joining them. And this is all for the drafting of the princess dart Bustier. Thanks for watching, guys. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and if you are coming across my channel for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Please do not leave without subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one.